inspiration first. Inspiration for Puppeteer. I presume you all went to the crazy mad Sony press conference, and I said there that the inspiration for Puppeteer was all about reawakening my son's imagination, which is very, very true. I found that with my son, he was basically playing games and losing interest in them. And we were playing together, and after 30 minutes, he literally put this controller down on the sofa and said, "I'm going to play outside," and walked outside. And as dad was like, "Yeah, great." And as a game creator, I kind of went, "Oh, God, that's a kick in the stomach." Because when I was a kid, I'd lock myself in my bedroom with my Spectrum, and I'd be there, my mum would be banging on the door, like, "Get out, do your homework, come on, get outside." "No, I must play." And I was playing text adventures back then, right? So it'd be like, "Go north." "Oh yeah, north, I'm going north," right? "Go north again." "Okay, north, north." "East." "I'll go east." "There's a locked door." "Shit, I haven't got the key." "I'll go, okay, where else are you? You can go north." "Okay, north." "Okay, go in there. There's a dragon." "Great, there's a dragon." "Under the dragon, there's a big pile of gold." "Oh my God, I'm going to get all the gold and I'm going to win this game." "Fight dragon." "You're dead." Right? You start all over again, right? That's what I did as a kid, but what was working in my head, I was seeing it all. And what he had done, being bombarded by so much information and so much technology and so much realism in his game, that he was basically seeing the same thing. And so he was like, "I kind of played this." And he'd go, "I'm going outside." And that made me really think about, you know, where we're going in gaming today, and we're at least reaching those limits of technology. And so me and the team sat down and we, you know, thought about this, and then we thought about, well, we need to go completely the other way. So, and then I'll talk about that in a second. The next thing that really made me want to make this game is that I'm a really big fan of Japanese bunraku. Somebody know what bunraku is? It's Japanese puppet theatre. It's basically the same as all other forms of Japanese theatre, or puppets. But it's absolutely awe-inspiring to watch. If you ever get the chance, you know, Google it, sorry, not Google it, YouTube it, have a look at it, because it's realistic movements, human being movements, all with puppets, but the sets are changing behind these puppets all the time. Moving in and out, changing. And that was kind of amazing to me, that they would do this, and everybody in the theatre would be glued on the acting, but the thing that was really interesting to me are the set changes, and the lighting changing, and everything changing real time behind them. And then the final thing that was the inspiration is, I started off 20 years ago as a pixel animator, making sprites. So basically the whole of my career I've been an animator, until I became an art director, and then I was still animating, and now I'm a game director, I'm still animating, but I love animation. So when we were sitting down with the team, I told them, "I've got this setting up, this theatre setting, this is what I want to do, and I want to make everything move. So you stay where you are on the screen, you can move around the screen, but everything moves around you, taking you through your journey, taking you through your world." And all my animators were sitting in the room and they went, "Oh, God, no way. You're not going to do it. You're not going to make us do this, are you?" And I said, "Yeah, I am." Because in Puppeteer we use no middleware, not because the middleware isn't great, it is, it's just that we have a certain set of things that we want to do and a kind of crafty, handmade image to games, and we wanted to kind of create it in our own technology. And they said, "So are the programmers going to write some sort of system where the sets move and it's all done under a physics engine?" "No, because I'm an animator, so we're going to all animate the whole thing by hand." So that's another inspiration. So they hate me, but yeah, that's okay. So why the theatre setting? As I said, it was bunraku that led me to that. It was different forms. When I was a kid, we used to go at Christmas to an English thing called pantomime, where you basically sit in the audience and the actors actually talk to you. You have reaction between the two groups, the actors on stage and yourself. Obviously Shakespeare, from where I come, stuff like that. I'm a big theatre lover. And there was another thing, which was, if we were going to do, if you were going to put this in this theatre, I mean, I never had to move the camera. And if anybody of you have ever made a game before, it's the worst thing in the world to get the camera collision right and get the camera right. I mean, you're all game players and you know exactly how that can screw up the game. When the camera goes wrong, it really, really does screw up the game. So we had this fixed camera, and that led up to all these other opportunities. It suddenly meant that we had all this extra CPU power because we didn't have to deal with the camera at all. which led on to the fact that we could then create a theatre in its entirety on the PlayStation 3. And we're reading a lot of comments and people saying things like, the lighting's awesome. Yeah, the lighting's awesome because we have a true lighting rig in there from the theatre. It's 140 real-time lights, which are projecting like volumetrics and everything at the same time. And what I also like about using the theatre setting is it's kind of voyeuristic. Because when you play the game, you have an audience that reacts with how you're playing. So if you're doing really well, they cheer you on, they'll clap you. In a clear level, they cheer you on and clap you. And that idea basically came from the fact that I would get home from work and my son had gone to bed, everybody had gone to bed, there'd be nobody there, but I'm a gamer, so I wanted to play something. So I'd sit down and play something, and I'd clear the level, and I'd turn around going, yeah, that was great, because all my friends are off around different parts of the world, and so it's like, that's going to be great, awesome, look, did you see that? No, because they're not there. And there's nobody there going, awesome, mate, you know, well done. So the whole of the audience exists inside Puppeteer to incorporate your play and react to your play. Which means that when you get scared, they kind of get scared. The scary situations, the surprising situations, they'll react in that way, which gives you a tangible link into the game. Okay, a little story before you want to see this, I know, sorry. A little story, you know that our hero has been taken away. It's been taken away to the moon by the Maleficent Moon Bear King and transformed into a puppet, basically shoved inside a puppet. He upsets the king, they pull his head off, right, he eats it, which I'm not going to explain why, it's very important, and throws him away. And that's why our hero is left with no head, he has to scramble around and find a head for himself. And that's part of one of the core gameplay features of Puppeteer, which I'm going to explain. And he finds different heads, realizes that he can use these heads to change the world that he's in, and then he sets off to steal a pair of magic scissors, which is the second core gameplay that we have. So basically, if you think about it as a triangle, it's the link between the heads, the theatre with its moving, ever-changing worlds, and these scissors that are really kind of the core of the game. Okay, let's go straight into it then.